Hi, my name's Alicia. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner and I own my own private practice, and I teach other psych NPs how to find freedom and balance by starting their own private practices as well. Today we are talking about a heavy hitter. This is part 2 of marketing your private practice, and in this video I'm going to go through 3 additional tips on how to market your private practice. I want to be honest, this is going to touch the surface, and I have way more details in my full mentorship program, and that link to get started is in the bottom of this video in the description. And so I would love to have you and hear from you and have you apply. But this is going to get you started, but I don't want to give the impression that this is all encompassing of marketing strategies, because this just scratches the surface. Number 3, talk about your practice all the time. At the grocery store, some people struggle with this. Okay, I should start with this. Some people struggle with this, right? It's hard to be talking about what you're doing because there's a lot of fear of failure. I didn't announce that I had opened a private practice even to my personal friends or on Facebook. I told my mom puts everything on Facebook, right? Whose mom doesn't, right? But it's like, I was like, Mom, don't put it on Facebook because what if it fails, you know? So I know how hard it is. And I'm not saying you have to announce it on Facebook. You certainly could. But, you know, if a lot of people ask, like, what do you do for a living? Or, you know, like, I have been to my husband's work parties, or I have been at the grocery store or on a plane or whatever. Any opportunity you have to say that you own a mental health clinic, do it. Talk about it, because you never know who could be your client. I have gotten a lot of referrals from, here's my mom again, from my mom handing my card out to her coworkers, or to my sister-in-law talking about how she works for me, or just like anything. Like, talk about your business everywhere. You just never know. And especially at conferences or in professional spaces, talk about what you do all the time, because you just never know. All the time people are like, oh, I have someone that I think would benefit from your services, like personally or professionally, right? So that's tip number 3. Talk about what you do to everybody that will listen. And you'll get better at this. You'll get better at this over time, because it won't feel so intense once you're going and it's working and you have patients and such. Then it just feels normal. And if you're doing this, you're an entrepreneur. So you better get used to things like marketing and promoting yourself over time. I'm not saying you have to be good at this right away. I know some people that start, they're shy, that they're introverts, like, it's just something to work on over time. And that's why I'm giving a lot of tips, because some people are going to be stronger in other areas. Some people are going to be really good at talking about their business to people they know. Some people are going to be really strong and go in a deep dive about how to blog. That's why there's all of these options. Number 4 is going to be strategic referrals. And this is hard. Actually, sometimes it might be easy, sometimes it might be hard. Depends on the circles you're in and your, what you've done in the past. But think about 2 things. Think about your connections that you already have. So, professional friends, colleagues, maybe that therapist that you worked inpatient with before that now owns a private practice. Connect with anybody you can that, professionally, and talk about what you do. Next, also think about what I call strategic referrals, and that's going to be, think about where your ideal patient hangs out. So I'm going to give a couple of examples. One might be that you're starting an integrative psychiatry practice, which I have. So I know this well. So where is your ideal patient hanging out? And how can those people send your ideal patient to you? So my ideal patient might be seeking help with their gut health at naturopaths. Isn't it funny how that new update does that? My ideal patients might be seeking help with their gut health with a naturopath. They might be going to yoga. They might be seeing their primary care doctor. They might be seeing a therapist. So you're going to want to talk to all those people that might interface with your ideal patient, and then develop good relationships with them and have them send the patients your way. It's even deeper, talking in this space of how to get strategic referrals and how to build relationships and tactics and things like that. There's even a deeper dive in my program about that, but that is the absolute basics of it. And so you're going to want people to send you patients, and really think about your pay structure. You're going to want to, if you're a cash-based practice, you're going to want to network with cash-based practitioners. If you're an insurance-based practice, you're going to want to network with people that take the same insurance that you do. Seems like common sense, but I know that sometimes it's not. Sometimes I have seen people come to me that are having a really hard time networking, and so they join my program for help with that. And I find that they're networking with all insurance-based providers when they're a cash-based practice, or vice versa, or whatever. Well, vice versa might not be as much of an issue. It's more when you're a cash-based practice, you have to be incredibly thoughtful about your referrals and finding your ideal patient. And so it gets a little complex. The other thing I really love about my mentorship program is that it is lifetime, and I help people through the beginning to years into their business. And marketing may come up in the beginning, or people may want to get really good at it kind of towards the middle, or marketing is always an ongoing skill to hone in. For example, we have live group calls in my program, and I really love asking people when they say marketing's not working. I'm like, okay, something's maybe working. What's working? Why is it working? What's not working? Why do you think it's not working? What patients do you have, and how did you get them? Tracking referrals is really important too. Anyway, I could talk about strategic referrals forever, because it has been the key to my cash practice being incredibly successful. And so I really believe in it. And so more on that in future videos, and even more on that, I could help with personalized help for you if should you be interested in my program. Number 5, this is a bonus. And the reason it's a bonus is because it's social media. My social media person is probably laughing because she's editing this video, but she and I go back and forth on how important social media actually is in marketing a private practice. I think, it has its pluses and minuses, and she thinks that people absolutely need to have it. And again, it's just like any marketing material. You tailor your social media to your ideal client. So think about what you're trying to do with your social media. Do you want to talk about your clinical style and talk about how you treat depression and anxiety because you want patients to find you on social media, which is a little hard because you might get people following you from multiple states, and you might not practice in multiple states. So that makes it a little hard. But there's ways to do that, if you're thoughtful about it and tailoring it to your ideal client. Or you could think about tailoring it to other professionals and try to meet, therapists or referral sources on your social media accounts. So just think about what your purpose is and tailor it to that. Social media, as we know, is a powerful tool. And so I highly recommend that you think through what you're going to do and take the time to start doing it on your own. And I don't recommend hiring someone right away, because you want to find your style, you want to find what you really want before you involve an employee in how to do it for you. And so those are my 5 tips on marketing your private practice. And it would really help me if you could like, subscribe, comment, or all 3 on this channel. It helps me keep this going for you guys for free advice, for those of you that are just in the beginning phases, and then those who are very, very serious about starting your private practice and just need some help getting there. I am happy to help mentor you. We just surpassed 80 members in my mentorship program, and it's all Psych NPs all over the US starting private practices. I'd love to help you in there. And by the time you watch this video, we probably have more than 80 members. But anyway, thank you for joining this video. Again, more to come on this, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.